What's going on? Is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. It's a lot of construction going on behind me, as I already indicated, right here next to this building that goes up pretty high. We watched the fireworks from that rooftop. They're actually building a hotel over there, so it's pretty dope. You know you're going to have a little bit of Detroit history or history in the making if you ever had these conversations with me or you see these morning live streams or something like that. So let me give you all a little bit of insight. If you look behind me, because that's Canada over there. All of that's Canada. That's Windsor, Ontario. If you look behind me, the Blue Bridge. It's a blue bridge right here, right? And it goes like this, and it goes from Detroit to Canada, right? That's a bridge that has been there forever. It's a white bridge. If you see it over there, you see that right there? That's brand new. It's not open yet. It's going to be open soon. And that's the Gordie Howe Bridge. This is the Ambassador Bridge. That's the Gordie Howe Bridge. They fought for years, the Maroons. The Maroons actually own the Ambassador Bridge, which outside of the tunnel that goes underground was the only way to cross over into Canada from Detroit, right? So it was a major hub of transportation, and they made millions and billions of dollars from years of crossing back and forth, because only if you was like a passenger trying to come back and forth. It's a lot of people that work from Canada or work over in Canada and they cross over during the week. But as far as this bridge right here, this bridge has always been in existence since I've been alive, and they basically had a monopoly on crossing over back and forth in America and Canada, especially commerce. That's why Detroit was so valuable for a long time. But they actually building a second bridge that's not open yet. It's called the Gordie Howe Bridge. And the Maroon family actually fought for years to not have that happen, and they spent millions and millions and millions of dollars. But it's happening anyway. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when that opens up. But anyways, that's not what I want to talk to you about today. I always got to give y'all a little bit of Detroit history where I'm at, right? Because I love my city. But that's not what I want to talk to you guys about today. What I want to talk to you guys about today is a comment that a woman made yesterday while I was on After Hours. And I see her in the chat from time to time. And you know, I like to interact with the chat, and I rarely ever ban somebody or try to censor them, including her. Ain't nobody censoring her. But I rarely ever try to ban somebody or censor somebody, because I just let people rock out. If you got a difference of opinion, you got a different perspective, cool, I'm with it. You may not necessarily agree with me, and sometimes it get a little bit disrespectful. But that's to be expected, because people are people, and you got to kind of let people have a little bit of rope. So as long as you don't go way past the boundaries, we on the internet, people going to say what they want to say. You got to let people rock out, right? But it was so funny that she said, so we talking about something in relationships and preferences and how we move within relationships. And of course, you got these crazy women that want to jump into the chat, and then she says something wow. She says, my husband, it wasn't even wild, but it was funny to me. She said, my husband would never treat me the way that Anton treats his wife, or something like that, or whatever. And I'm like, it was a light bulb moment, because I had just recently reviewed a video, and we were talking about some other woman on the internet about how valuable a lot of these women think that they are. I would leave. She said, I would leave. Man, ain't nobody checking for you. Look, I take coaching calls on a regular basis. Let me really give y'all a reality check. I take coaching calls on a regular basis, right? And a lot of them are from people that are married men. And sometimes I do couples that come on the Zoom or the live stream or whatever, and we do coaching calls or whatever, because I've been married successfully for 20 years, right? And so a lot of these people are giving y'all advice and stuff, and they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about how to keep no relationship. They don't know nothing about how to keep the spark and all of this stuff, right? And let me just really give you a reality check. Most of us, unless you got some motion, unless you the person, the man in your city, you got a high position, you know, you are successful, you trending upwards or something like that, you have some level of visibility. Most of us are regular, everyday people. Don't believe what they tell you on Instagram. Don't believe what they telling you on TikTok. We are normal people. We trying to figure it out. We trying to make it work. You know what I'm saying? But most of us are normal people. We overvalue ourselves so much, so much. To this woman, and I had to really G-check her and help her to understand, it's a reason why you got all of these doctored up avatars and stuff like that on your profile photo. Don't nobody want you. Y'all think that these women just got all of these options and they just out here, especially married women. Listen, just because a guy will bust you down does not mean that he wants you. It don't mean that he trying to take you away from your husband, and it don't mean that he trying to marry you. Yes, a dude will play side dude. Yes, a dude will pick you up at the bar and bust you down if he even feels like it. And now it's getting even more dry because guys, I see women all the time talking about how guys won't say anything to them. They go out and they can't hit no motion at all. At all. And sometimes that's a good thing because y'all need to be humbled, and we all need a reality check from time to time to realize that it's not as good as you think that it is. And just because you think that the value that you have is not what you assess on yourself, it's what somebody else is willing to make a sacrifice for. And so if you are married, hold on to the person that said I do and gave you his last name. Because after 2 kids, 3 kids, and a bad attitude, ain't nobody checking for you. I promise you. I promise you. You keep putting whatever your standards of relationships are based off of the fact that he stuck with you. And that's a blessing. That's a good thing. I would never, ever say that that's not a good thing. But I just want you to know that it's not greener on the other side. Nobody cares about what your opinion is as far as what your husband would and wouldn't do. Because based off of what I see, for 99% of the population of a lot of these women that think that their value is so high, it's not. It's not. You are not valuable to us or to the world like you are to your family. They love you. They will mourn for you if something ever happens to you. We not, and we gonna forget about you tomorrow. Even myself. Listen, I don't even think that the majority of my subscribers, I got 300,000 plus, 310,000 plus on this channel, 260,000 plus on the Millionaire Morning Show, 40-something thousand plus on After Hours, 40,000 plus on Room 9 and all of this stuff. I don't think that the majority of the people that are subscribed to my channel loves me like that. I think that there's some hate watchers. There are some people that rock with me. There's some people that love some of the value that I bring as far as the Millionaire Morning Show. There's some people that value some of the advice that I give when it comes to relationships. It's some and it's not. And it's some people that's just casual watchers, and it's people that don't. I think that my bag chasers, shout out to my Patreon members, we got over 8,200 bag chasers. I got quite possibly one of the biggest content creator Patreon in the world, because the people truly love and rock out with what we do. Can't nobody dispute that. When I show up to a city, when we do these meetups, it's popping. And so I think that that's my family. Those are the people that truly rock with me, the people that's down for me for the beginning. And there's some people that subscribe to my channel that really rock with me. But don't think for 1 second that I believe in my heart that if anything was to happen to me that past a week or two, that anybody would be mourning. I think that they would absolutely, most people would move on to the next big thing or the next thing that they've been rocking, and they'd fill that void with something else, just like they do every other person or every other celebrity. Would I be important or impactful for a lot of people? Maybe some people, my family would love me. They would mourn me. They would absolutely rock with me. But I am not delusional enough to think that my value is more than what it really is. I understand that I fill a void, maybe in the marketplace or in some of y'all mornings or in some of y'all afternoons or during a live stream or whatever. And then you go on and you move on with your regular life and your regular family. Ain't nobody checking for any of us like that, because we are not as important to the world as we think that we are. I may think that I add a lot of value and I'm important because I may think that I do some great things, and we need to have some balance in society to where, you know, you need just as many good people or people that's adding value or trying to leave a mark on this earth in a better space than had I not been here. But it doesn't mean that the world values you the way that you think that you are. So let me just help y'all to understand something. It don't matter if you're married, ladies. It don't matter if you're single. It don't matter any of that. Men understand this. We understand that the way people rock with us or the value that people see us is based off of our ability to be able to add value in other people's lives. It's reciprocal. It's transactional. And we are not delusional about that. But I see women all the time that are delusional about the idea that you are supposed to be looked at the same way that you see yourself, and you're not even looking in the mirror. You are not that. We not checking for you. Will we bust you down? Probably, maybe, if it makes sense, that if we feel like it. But now we realizing that we don't even got to do that. We don't even want the headache that comes along with that. So listen, all I'm saying is be realistic about who you are. Take the information. Feel free to type in the chats. Feel free to make your TikToks and your Instagram videos, because I love reacting to them, because they're going to send them to me anyway. And then you're going to be looking stupid when we give you a reality check. Go ahead and keep doing what you're doing, but just realize that the value that you place on yourself is not the value that the world extracts from you. It's not. It's not what you think it is. You should probably pause and realign yourself and make an adjustment, because it's not what you think it is. That's all I'm saying. Let's be realistic about our options here. All right? Okay, baby? That's all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love, especially in the summertime in Michigan, one of the best times to be here. I love being out here on the water, walking out, just being on the water, kicking it with the people, and having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Taking it in, seeing all of the people walk back and forth on the river walk, exercising early in the morning, people taking pictures. Somebody said that the river walk was, where? They said the river walk was dangerous. It's probably one of the safest places that you can be. Police department is right there. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man.